we will be going through the system beta, system document or system guide, whatever you want to call it. So what I'm talking about is this. Basically, some guys actually credit them both via text and via voice. So all this credit is to Thunder, which you can follow at TC Thunder TC, and translation is by Red. So we will be going through this. I didn't do any of this. I'm just going to provide a video form to this guide by proving what it states and learning a little bit about this. This is a system guide, so everything should be or will mostly be universal. Some things might be changed from the beta as to the release of the game, but we'll go through this together, and we'll see, you know, what is there, what is not there, what is changed, what is not, and so on. Yeah, so let's just start. Let's just go in training mode to start. Training. There we go. Here. And we'll start, of course, from the top of the guide. Now, I'll pick my characters just because I want to familiarize with them. I haven't had still a lot of time to spend with these characters, so I don't really know much. Today I'm just going through system things. There we go. So we will start from the top of this guide. Let's see, so buttons and direction. Oh, you might also want to let me see if I can find it for you guys. Stick layout. If I can find the stick layout that it has been suggested, there we go. That's the image that went on. Sure, you can shout outs to them as well. And yes, it's linked in the chat. So this is the button layout I am using. So light, medium, and heavy at the top. Special assist 1 and assist 2 at the bottom. So yeah, you can see it. So my light punch in Street Fighter will be my light button in Dragon Ball Z. My medium punch in Street Fighter will be my medium button in Dragon Ball Z. Kid Buu extends the leg with that. And my heavy punch in Street Fighter will be my heavy attack, which sends flying or wall bounces and so on in Dragon Ball Z. My Ki Blast, which is my special, will be my light kick in Dragon Ball Z. So you can see that, and then you have like various beams or special attacks with combination with motions and so on. Also, thanks to Schiacci for the host. Hopefully, who is watching Schiacci will be interested in this. I'm doing a system guide, guys. So I will be explaining the system. I have not yet started to play the game and figuring out combos and tags. I'm not doing ranking and so on. But if you're a beginner and you want a system guide, you might find it here. Anyway, so I was saying, yeah, my light kick button in Street Fighter is actually my special move button. I'm playing on a stick. And my assist button 1, so the first assist that is in the list should appear, and doing this assist in this case is Fat Buu, is my medium kick in Street Fighter. And my secondary assist is my heavy kick in Street Fighter. And that's Android 21 doing your assist. Now, this layout will allow you to have light and medium, as you would have light and medium punch in Street Fighter, to do the throw in the game, which is also tackable in the same way, but just doing light and medium on reaction. See, there is a green flash before the throw is initiated, both on the ground and in the air, so you can actually react to it. More than that, you would have a medium and heavy. That should be your Vanish. So using one bar, your character will teleport behind your opponent and hit them, and this can be followed up, if I remember right. Let me see. Yes. Should be able to be followed up, well, with combos of course, but I think also by the super dash. Yeah, it's not a combo, but you can close the gap very quickly. Anyway, and also you would have the super dash, which I just shown you, which is your heavy and special in Dragon Ball, which would be your heavy punch and light kick together in Street Fighter. And those are the combinations that you would need. All together, if you do the 4 buttons, so not the assist one, so light punch, medium punch, heavy punch, and light kick in Street Fighter, you will get the Sparking Blast activation, which is kinda the substitute for for X Factor in Marvel. So it's a big comeback mechanic and kinda works the same way. So let's go through the system guides. I showed you the what's it called? The combinations of the buttons and the moves and so on. I will be going on with the mobility. So we have different types of jumps in the game. So you have the normal jump, which you perform by inputting 8, 7, or 9. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just figure out just have a look at the numpad on your keyboard. So on the right part of your keyboard where you have the numbers, should look pretty much like this one. Copy image address or any other numpad really. You would find a series of numbers, and each number corresponds to a direction in an 8-way layout. So basically your 8 will be up, your 9 will be up forward, and your 7 will be up back. With this, everything that will be accompanying a button would have also a number. So your, I don't know, neutral heavy, which is this one, so 5H, will be different than your down H, so 2H. And that's just the number, the notation that the anime games use. Gonna get used to it, it's not too difficult. So with 7, you have a back jump, with 9, you have a forward jump, and with 8, you have a neutral jump. These are pretty much the same jumps as in Street Fighter. However, in this game, you can also super jump, and if you played games like Street Fighter 3 and Street Fighter 4, I can't remember if there was any super jump in Alpha, I don't think so, but generally Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 4 all have a super jump. So in quick succession, you would have to press down and up forward, or down and up back if you want the super jump back, neutral jump, super neutral jump, or super forward jump. So for the super neutral jump, it will look like this. So you can see the difference, about just a little bit over the head of Fat Boo, which will be our method of comparison. But if you do super jump, you would go way higher. You would also have back and forward super jump. You can also double jump in this game. So if you just press 2 times your jump, you can do a double jump. And you can also do double back jump, double forward jump. You can also do the first neutral and then back, first neutral then forward, first neutral still neutral. You can combine them forward and back, back and forward, and so on. You backdash as in any other game, quickly the succession of back back, and you forward dash as in any other game, forward forward. So back back, forward forward. You can you can block after the forward dash apparently instantly. Now I would have to record with the dummy, but I can set the opponent in CPU and just dash, and yeah, there we go. See, I was blocking. I didn't block the Vanish, but I was blocking the rest after the forward dash. So you can forward dash and block, and you shouldn't really have troubles. Other than that, the backdash. Every character has a backdash, but it remains to be seen if they have invincibility. So at the moment, we don't know if it has invincibility. We could try and test it maybe with the CPU and see what happens. At the moment, it's not trying to attack me. Okay, super galore. Okay, go hit. Let's see if he approaches again. I managed to backdash some away, but I don't know if there was a hit. So let me try and record repeat attack. There we go. Okay, repeat attack. Yeah, there we go. That could work. I can try and backdash after the light. Not in the corner, maybe. There we go. Got caught. One sec. It's kind of hard to backdash on reaction. Ow. Come on. Doesn't seem to have invincibility. I might be wrong, but I would need to figure out how to record, pretty much, because at the moment I don't know what the record is. We'll have a look at it another time. But basically, you backdash with the with 4-4, so back in other games. You have an air forward dash. So while you're airborne, you can do forward for the forward dash, and you can block or perform any action immediately after doing it. So if you were to press a button like that, it's a very short period to input something, so it's almost instant pretty much. So you can see it. You have an air backdash. Every character has a universal backdash, but compared to regular air movement, this backdash have a small downward angle that allows the character to land faster than from a regular front dash. So let's try this. Of course, this isn't universal, so my Kid Buu actually kind of hops on the backdash, on the air backdash, whether one other character might be different. So let's see. Yeah, this one goes a little bit lower than what Kid Buu was doing. It still hops, but kind of goes back. There you go. Oh, come on. Yeah, you fall a little bit faster. So yeah, that's correct. Air backdash, short Sara. So yeah, as I was saying, air dashes make you eat the opponent quite fast. So it can be a good way to approach somebody because you don't need your air dash to go through stupidly long recovery. Let me see. Also there is a big difference in the game whether you started your jump with a regular jump, a super jump, or a super jump, because basically what happens is if your character used an air dash, I'm reading from the guide, during a regular jump or super jump, you will have a couple of recovery frames, but past a short amount of time, it will turn around the opposite direction. If the sorry, it will turn around if the opposing character is behind you. So basically, what that means is, let me just activate him as a CPU, so get out of the corner. Hopefully, there we go. There we go. So basically, if you forward dash, your character will auto turn at a certain point of the forward dash. It would take some time though. However, basically, if you use a normal jump without any dash, you see your character will not turn around to face the opponent character. So basically, every attack you have also will follow this, meaning they will not auto turn. However, if you start your jump with a super jump, see, they switch the side they'll be watching, meaning that with the normal jump, the tail will be always on the same side as the one they're facing. However, with the super jump, your character will turn and eat the opponent. So regular jump, always the tail goes in the direction that your character is facing. On super jump, the tail goes around. So that's a big difference, and it will be most probably important at high level of play, because super jumping will most probably lead to very tricky cross-ups to see. More than that, if you do the forward dash, as I was saying, it takes a little bit to turn out. And this is also true for a super jump. So if you started with a super jump and you do a forward dash, it will still take some time. So you would have to time your attack to keep that in mind. Okay, done with this. The ult gauge. So the ult that you can see here, as we are in training mode, is always green, and that's how it starts when you've never been touched or if you haven't blocked anything. Enemy settings, guard all. Oops. See, when you get, even if you get a little bit of chip, the bar will turn off color. Hello Beast, welcome in. I'm doing a system guide for the game, and I will put it later on YouTube for easy reference. So, as I was saying, green is the normal color. However, if you apply damage to your opponent, it will turn into yellow. Moreover, part of the yellow, you cannot see it much now. I'll probably need an actual combo to show it to you. Training dummy. Don't guard all, guard follow-ups. That's your setting if you want to your dummy to block after he has been hit once. So to check for combos, you will use that. With tail like this, A21 really doesn't need mana assist. Lol. So, for example, if I was to do a combo with Kibu, there'd be a certain part. Well, we are in training mode, so I'm not sure you're gonna see this. Let me see if I can actually change this. Enemy setting, guard stamina, recovery and recovery delay stand. We need to do the bar. There we go. Bar, no recovery. There we go. So if I was to apply pressure now, well, not apply pressure, apply damage, right? Do a simple combo. There we go. The bar will turn yellow and a section of it will be blue. That's because the game is telling you you've been hit. You're not in a perfect state, which will be your green. The yellow will be your actual bar. However, the blue is recoverable damage, and we will be talking about recoverable damage in a minute. So the portion of the blue of the blue portion, it says on the guide, shows us the amount of health we can restore when we switch our current character. However, if an stays character with remaining blue health enters the battle once again, all blue health will be lost without chance of recovery. If our character blocks special moves and super, it can receive chip damage. However, said chip damage cannot kill the opponent no matter the move used. So you cannot chip kill in the game at all. So if we were right now to test this, I could set the opponent as a CPU, get hit on purpose, and then switch my character to try and recover all the blue health that would be applied to me after the damage, right? There we go. So we'll be waiting right now. Okay. So you can see that the blue damage is recovering. It recovers quite fast as well. However, if we were to test this with another character, so let's see Android 21, right? We'll set the character, the CPU to apply damage. Then training dummy. We switch to Kid Buu, and we switch again to Android. You can see that there's no blue damage anymore. That's lost and that cannot be recovered. So it is something that we need to keep in mind in the midst of the fight. How much recoverable life do I have? Is it worth it for me to extend the combos and maybe make it less expensive bar wise, or is it just, you know, better to wait and get my character to recover the blue health? So also the other thing that I wanted to show you and I forgot, see there is a part that becomes red. That's the actual damage of the combo, and a part of it will become blue health in the end. Key gauge, which will be your what's it called? Your meter, as it's called in other games. So ways to increase the key gauge. Apparently, the key gauge also improves or also like builds up by walking, dashing, jumping, or air dashing. Just moving forward, you should have that. You should have your key going up. Let me see, how do I do this? Sparking blast, recovery number, assist cooldown, impulse delay, starting character, no. Character settings, no, these are the special states. So we should have some way to, oh, there it is, I think. Oh no, that's the alt, so you can take the alt down, but we don't need that. We need the actual key. So that's the alt bar, training settings. There we go, I found that. So let's just say that I'm a 0, right? After I used all my bars, I would just spam level 3s to decrease this, so to see that it doesn't recover, and level 1, whatever. We have it down. We'll talk about that later. So there we go. Apparently, see, the key gauge is filling for me just approaching my opponent. So the game, it is telling you the more you are proactive in your offense, the more we reward you with actual bars. So you would do it by walking, right? Walking forward, dashing forward, jumping forward. See, when I do it back, it doesn't work. And air dashing, not back. Look, not back. It's a super jump. There we go. But forward, yes, it will build bar. Using light plus special, key charges, so you can do this if you just want bars. However, it is risky and it has quite of a slow startup and a lot of recovery. So unless you're covered by something, like if I was to think about something, for example, with the Kid Boo, that could allow me theoretically to do this, could be my Kid Boo assist, because it puts a lot of stun on the opponent. See? And I will be theoretically safe as long as the assist hits. Of course I can convert from those assists, but this is just to show you the ideas behind the key charge. Blocking also rewards you apparently, so let's just set the enemy in CPU mode. Well, taking hits. At the moment I'm taking hits, but that builds it too apparently. So actually, let's spam, like let's put the bar to 0 so it's easier to see. There we go. So if I'm blocking right now, I should be building bars. Yes, I did build some bar. You can see it going up. So that is proven, that works. Hitting, great amount per landed hit. So yes, it's building my bars. And so on. Receiving damage, and you've seen it before when I was getting comboed by Itanapa, I was building some bars. And some key absorption move, for now A18 only. So most probably if I was to absorb a move with the barrier that A18 has, down, and special, I believe is the input, you would build bars of that too. So there's many ways to build bars. Other than that, if you use moves that use key, EX, supers or vanish, the amount of key you receive from the combo will drastically be reduced from that point until the end of the combo. So basically, if you want to find out about combos that are meter efficient, so while you're doing a combo, they build bar, you might not want to use EX moves, so powered up version of your normal move. For example, this is a normal, I don't know what it's called, but I called it Sumo Splash for now. But if I use the X move, which you do by using the heavy version of the move, which consumes a bar, the build up of the bar will be slower. If you use supers, the build up of the key from then on will be slower. And if you use vanishes, it will be also slower. So if you're looking to lab to create combos that are self-sufficient, the build bars, you might want to avoid these three things: EX moves, supers, and vanishes. Okay. Let's go down. So auto combos, the so talked about auto combos. Every character in the game can repeatedly press the 5L, so just light, and 5M buttons to execute an automatic combo with unique hits on the 5L versions. So basically, if I was to just mash light, I will get a combo. And this is for new players. Now there's downfalls to it, and we might talk about it a little bit later. But See, I'm not doing anything. You can see in my inputs, I'm just spamming light. And if I was to spam mediums, it will be the same thing. You get also the conversion. So that's in the game. That's in the system. We're gonna do anything about it as far as I know. So I'm just restarting for to build the bars and so on. The 5L version of the auto combo can cancel the first 3 hits into themselves, even on whiff. They will also be redirected if the opponent switches sides, so it will track. We can prevent their automatic execution by holding 4, which is your back, which will cause the follow-up not to occur. So if I was to stay away and just mash the buttons, see, the hits will keep on coming. See? But if I was to hold back while doing it, I would only get the light. I would not get an auto combo. And that's to prevent auto combos when you're doing actual combos. If you do back, you will not get any input, any miss input. Well, there's a universal sequence. You can read that by yourself. The 5M version, so the medium button, can be perfectly mimicked with a regular sequence as doing the actual inputs and is not whiff cancelable. So this one is not whiff cancelable. And you can do this auto combo by actually doing the combo, but that doesn't really interest us. Vanish. Vanish is a tool for both offense and defense that allows you to teleport immediately right behind the opponent and hit them, launching them across the screen. So, for example, let's see if we can get... So, Boo... If I was to try and react to a key, there we go, something that Boo has thrown. While he's in the animation, I can just use a bar to vanish and go behind it. See, for example, when you have an opponent which has just thrown a beam, like that one, right? And it's just throwing it at you. But you don't have a mean to punish because your character doesn't have a move fast enough, because it doesn't have the range or whatever. You can actually use the vanish to punish that move. Now, I don't know if you can cancel the beam into your own vanish. Doesn't seem so. Let's try this again. Doesn't seem so. So even if I was to do the aerial Kamehameha, oh yeah, the Kamehameha is actually cancelable as far as I've seen. Let's put the quick recovery in the bars. There we go. Oops. Let me build some bars. So you can actually cancel this one. So maybe some moves are cancelable, some are not. But even then, it only cancels into Vanish, as far as I've seen, on contact, not on whiff. Yeah, see? So unless you touch, they probably cannot cancel. Anyway, the input for the Vanish is, as we said before, medium and heavy together. So that will be your medium and heavy button in Street Fighter if you use to the standard arcade stick thing, arcade stick layout. It uses 1 bar, as you've seen. I was at 7, I'm at 6. You teleport exactly behind the location where the opponent was when we used it. If he moves during Vanish startup, they will probably avoid getting hit by the Vanish. This means we can dodge it by moving horizontally or vertically. So if my opponent was to do a Vanish, I could probably jump and I could probably dash away from where they teleport. So if I was hit, I would probably backdash or jump away, given that the backdash is fast enough and invincible, and I react fast enough. Vanish causes time stop during the match while we're teleporting, which allows the opponent to buffer any move or super. the buffer move will autocorrect direction after the time stop. So basically what that means is, if you do a Vanish like I am doing, I'll try again. There is this moment, which is a time stop, where you can input stuff. In this case, most probably your, I don't know, your 2H, so you're down heavy. If the Vanish is airborne, the 2 heavy is a universal anti-air, because they are invincible, totally invincible to air moves. So if the Vanish teleports in the air, you will probably just input 2H. Now it says also that the buffer move will autocorrect direction after the time stop. So that means if you input 2H and you're like, oh, I did it too early, it's gonna go front instead of hitting back, don't worry, because there's gonna be an autocorrect. Your character will switch where it's looking and it's going to execute the move. Cannot be cancelled into any move after hitting the opponent. So you basically, you cannot cancel into normal. That's what it's saying. You cannot cancel into super. I was trying there. I'm gonna mash it to see how long it takes to actually get a super. See? Like, it was completely finished when I got the super. If used as a starter, it would not cause a wall bounce. So I'm guessing is, if you do it raw, it would not cause a wall bounce. However, if you do it in a combo, oops, oh shit. Oops. Not getting it. Let me just move him from the corner. Training dummy. So let's try this. Oops, wrong button. See, it wall bounces. But if you do it raw, it doesn't. If using a combo, it will cause a wall bounce, allowing for a combo extension. Certain factors may cause a wall bounce not to happen, such as using a second Vanish in the same combo. So you cannot do, let's see. See, second wall bounce didn't happen. Certain factors on a specific factor that will cause Vanish to lose its smash property. So you have to know this. If you use 2 Vanishes in the same combo, it will not wall bounce. If you use the Vanish in some situations, which I'm not aware yet of, it will not wall bounce. During Sparking Blast, the Vanish hit won't come out and will be free to move after teleporting behind the opponent. So basically, if I was to activate, that's what it's saying, if I was to activate Sparking Blast, which is our X factor, it will not, the Vanish hit will not come out. So see, if I do this, there is a hit. But if I do it while in Sparking Blast, oh, it still come out. It still comes out. So maybe maybe the guide is wrong about this, or maybe it's the any training thing that is affecting it. Anyway, let's try and restart it. Let's try and read it again, because maybe I misread it. During Sparking Blast, the Vanish hit won't come out and will be free to move after teleporting behind the opponent. So maybe it means as soon as we activate, so like activate Sparking Blast into Vanish. I'm not sure, let's see this. It's still, the hit still comes out. Maybe I'm mashing it too hard. No, even with a single button, it still comes out. So I don't know if this has changed from when the guide was written. Maybe in the beta it was um, different. So, or maybe you can. No, you cannot activate Sparking Blast on a Vanish, so I don't know. Probably has changed. Let's just say that it's changed. Hopefully we'll find the answer after we're done. Wake ups. There are many kinds of wake ups in Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Fighters, making the section important for people who never played Arc System Works games, such as me. As wake up isn't usually simple in their games. First, we have to understand two concepts or states. There is a grounded hit stun, so that means your opponent is on the ground and is getting hit, right? And that is a juggle state. So these two hit stuns are different within each other as for properties. That's what the game is saying. In the first example, Krillin in the guide is getting hit while on the ground. In our case, is Fat Boo, right? Getting hit while on the ground. Boo has no control over his state, as it happens in most fighting games, so you cannot do anything while you're getting hit, pretty much. And once the combo is over, Krillin will automatically exit his hit stun state and will be standing again. So it's the same for Fat Boo. Exits, hit stun, standing, right? This section is mostly dedicated to the second state, the juggle state, or being hit in the air, being hit while flying. No, I'm not trying combos yet, Elfenlied. I'm actually going through a system guide for everyone. Basically, there is a what's it called? There is a text version of this guide, which I found, a friend of mine linked me when I asked about the guide for the system for this game, and I'm trying to make kind of a video version of this. So when we enter a juggle state due to a combo and the last hit stun time hands, the game will allow us to break free out of the combo manually by pressing or holding down a button. In the second case, we will exit the combo at the first available moment, rather than having to mash out during the entire combo. So if you're holding down a button while you're getting comboed, you can get out as soon as you're able to get out, instead of just smashing like an idiot the button for like 27, 34, 49 hits. You just hold down the button, you choose the direction where you will want to recovery, I think, and you'll be able to recover. So to do this, we're gonna set the opponent as a CPU, let them hit us, oops, and then just hold the button, right? It's still combo. This is still combo. Not a combo anymore. We recovered, and I was just holding a button. We can clear the inputs, but it's starting. And all I'll do is hold one button when I'm getting hit, and that's gonna be hit, and you're gonna be able to recover. And in that case, I was recovering backwards, so that's what I chose to do. We'll see. We'll see if this works pretty much with the clean inputs and everything. So I'm holding the button now, getting comboed. I recovered, right? So yes, it does work. Let's test, actually, if I can recover whatever I want. So this time I'm gonna go top. We're gonna talk about this. Yeah, there we go. So I went top instead of back. This time I'm gonna choose forward after the combo. Oh, I didn't understand anything there, but there. So back. No, it still recovers in place, but it recovers. That's what the guide is saying to you, pretty much. So you can use light, medium, heavy, assist, or assist 2. Do not use special because it doesn't seem to recover. If we don't press or hold any of the 5 buttons, the juggle state will persist until we reach the ground, meaning that you're still in hit stun. So you want to recover because you might give the opponent the opportunity, if you don't recover, to extend this combo. This allows the player to control when to break free out of a combo to avoid a potential reset situation. So what it says to you is you can choose out of this time where you would not be comboable when to recover, and you'll be able to recover where you want to avoid, like, to throw people off. See, somebody's doing like a 14-hit combo that goes into a reset, but the reset only works if you don't dash out, if you don't jump out, if you don't recover backward, if you don't recover down. You have a choice at that point. During the execution of the combo, I'll show you. So I will do a combo, right? The color of the counter there, the red, indicates to you that that combo is real. There's no breaking out of it. However, there's some other combos that are only real if your opponent doesn't recover in the mid here. So see, 7 hits, blue though. I can show you again just for clarity. Oops, I think that was too fast. It still works. I'll have to hit him in the air. See, the last hit was blue because I hit him out of his falling down, but he could have recovered. So if you want to look for true combos, as long as the hit counter stays red, that's a true combo. Having said all of this, let's understand the different tools we have to free ourselves from the juggle state in the air and get up on the ground, which are commonly referred as tacking out. So you're air recovering or tacking out. So there's a back roll tack, hold 1, 4, or 7 directions. So the back direction, up, back, down, back, back, right, when you're getting hit. So we're gonna try this. Training dummy, CPU. So this is my back recovery after the combo, right? And I recover backwards. See? I recover backwards. There's also going to be a forward. So hold 3, 6, 9, 8, and 5, and the button. So basically I'm holding 6 and the button. Oh shit. I don't know why the CPU has to be so unchill. Trying to explain something. So we're gonna hold 3, okay? I don't know, it always goes backward though. Forward roll, hold 3, 6, and the button. I'll probably have to be it in the air. Yeah, it's not the grounded one. So I'll have to be hit in the air. Hopefully, Majin Buu will be able to. No, that was grounded. Come on, hit me in the air. I think that was air. No, didn't hit me. And I think that sets me into grounded anyway. Yes, it does. Okay, so let's do this. Probably it's gonna work with the controller. Nope, doesn't work as this one. Let's see. Yes, press options. I need to log in. 1 sec. There we go. So if I was to, I don't know, let's see what we have. No, not that one, because that sets. There we go. Oops. Let's try and make. I'm trying to use two controllers at the same time. Oops. So that's my backward. I need to hold the button 1 sec. So that's my forwards. Finally, I found a way to do it. I'm sorry. So that's my backward. Then you have a down tech, all 2 and the button. So low and the button. Oops. Come on, come forward. 1 sec. There we go. It looks like the back though. So 1 sec. Let me see. So. So that's the down. See the back then. The down and the back to me look the same. Let me see. Let's try this again. It's kind of hard. But yeah, probably you would just have to trust me on this because I cannot set. I don't have somebody else to help me with this. But yes, there is a down recovery, which you can do when you're hit in the air with 2 and a button. So you hold 2, which is your low, and the button, you'll have a down recovery. And these are all ways to avoid being reset after a combo, to choose where to recover. You recover back, you recover forward, you recover down, and so on. So there's also a neutral recovery on this. Oops. So that's neutral recovery, right? I know they all look the same, right? Let's see if I can try and. Didn't get. Yeah, I got the down. I don't know, they all look the same, but in the guide that I will link, and I will link also on YouTube, you can see the differences. You can also up tech. Oops. Maybe it's the wrong move. I'm choosing to, knock him out of the air. Or maybe I'm too close to the floor. So yes, you have the up tech. I think this looks pretty much like the beta one. Sorry, the guide one. And the hard knockdown, which is hold 2. So you can force your opponent to stay grounded after your knockdown. See if we can do this. This could be interesting. See? Stays hard knockdown. Stays knocked down for a while. So those are the recoveries. Breaking free of hard knockdown. Being forced to lay on the ground. There's a tutorial in game for this. Is it? I didn't know that, but I'll just go through the guide. I don't know if everything that is on the guide, it's on the tutorial in the game, so I'll just do it. And if people find the tutorial better, it's okay. It's still, for me to learn about this, so it's alright. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Blazer. It's important to tell apart the self-inducted hard knockdown state by holding 2. When touching the ground from different moves, they can force this state without the player being able to do anything. For this second state, there are 3 ways to wake up after being forced into it. So there are some moves that will lead into hard knockdown that is not your chosen hard knockdown. So there is a neutral tech holding a button. Just like with regular knockdown, we have the option to free us with a back roll, but this time we need to hold the button. Air tech, hold 8 and the button, so up and the button for air recovery. We also need to hold the button alongside the up direction and keep the arc knockdown. If we don't press anything, we will be remaining in the. Thanks for the follow. We will be remaining in the state. We have already explained different ways to break free out of the arc knockdown state. Now we're going to explain what interactions with the opponent the state has. When a character lays on the ground, be it forced state or not, they stop being vulnerable. So they're not vulnerable to regular hits or projectiles in the game. Therefore, OTG combos on the ground do not exist in this game with regular moves. However, there is one exception. If the force are knockdown state caused by the opponent, it can use a super move of any kind, grab, projectile, hit, etc. And this super will work as a off the ground OTG. So basically, if somebody knocks you down, they cannot hit you, they cannot grab you, but if they use a super, they can. If the super allows for a combo extension after it, it will be performed normally, which differs from Guilty Gear in which the damage will be drastically reduced, as well as the hit stun timer and pushback when hitting someone with an OTG. So that was pretty much everything about knockdowns and recoveries. You can see the GIFs for the different recoveries on the guide. It's kind of hard to do it by yourself here, but I will be linking that in the video when I upload it to YouTube. Just checking the follow and then I'll go on. Thanks to BR Hamilton for the follow, and Dirty Llama, which followed 21 hours ago. I don't know if he's watching or not. Anyway, going through with this guide. Assist. We're moving to assist. Thanks to this mechanic, the game has a great deal of versatility when carrying out different matches. Because assist can be very complex, we will divide it into different features in order to explain all of them in detail. So simple call. So that's your regular call of assist. You can call your first assist. So the character that is below the portrait of the character you're using at the moment, in this case Majin Buu, can be called with the ZA1 button, which will be your medium kick in the layout I was talking before. And the second one with the ZA2 button, which will be your heavy kick in the layout I was explaining before. Every character has a unique move that can be changed as of yet, whether they're called in an airborne state or a grounded state. In order to execute this move, the assist must be available. You can see that the assist is available now because, see, when I use it, there will be, oh, well, the assist is in this mod is instantly available. But if you're playing in arcades, you will have a big cross on it, and it will tell, or a timer until the next assist is available. Let's see if we can do this. Character settings, no. Health bar, training settings, probably this. Assist cooldown, normal. There we go. So, right. So he has been called and is not available because it's darkened. When the timer fills in, then you can call him again. There we go. So they're both not available and there's a cooldown going on. Once used, the assist character will be vulnerable to be hit during a few seconds after which it will leave the screen, being placed in a recovery state of 3 seconds. If an assist is comboed into, it will receive the full damage for each hit with no damage reduction applied. So basically there's no scaling on the assist. If an assist gets hit, they can die very, very quickly because a short combo with no scaling can do a lot of damage on them, which makes it dangerous for us to use our assist without being careful. The simple call mechanic cannot be used if we're on block stun. So once again, if I set the opponent to attack and I'm holding, oh shit, it hit me. So, well, even if you're hit, see, you cannot call it. You have to be out of hit stun and the block stun. See, I'm in block stun. Until I'm out of block stun, nobody came out. Uh-huh. Character switch. You can switch your character by holding, by using forward or 6 assist 1 or 6 and assist 2. So forward, let me see if I can show you with the clean clean settings there. Clean screen, training settings, input delay, assist cooldown. No. What is it? Oh, info display settings. That's what it is. So I cleared it. Put them on again. Oh shit, doesn't clear it. Anyway, forward and assist 1, right? That's my last input. You can see it under the face of Android 21. And forward and assist 2, it will call the assist that you selected and they will come in. However, they're vulnerable there. So don't just do it. Think about it before. Because if somebody tags out, they can just be countered with the 2H because they're gonna be airborne. The switching character will have invulnerable from frame 0 when the switch happens until it appears, with the super dash attacking the opponent, which means it will be vulnerable to anti-airs or other anti-homing dash tools. The rest of the assist will be disabled due to a penalty for 3 seconds, and the switched character will have a total recovery time of 8 seconds. So basically means, if you do this, the assist for A2anyone, which is the character I just swapped out, will have a cooldown, right? There we go, now she is available. And the switch character will have a total recovery time of 8 seconds, which is the cooldown we were talking about. The mechanic can be used in neutral and as a tool to cancel normals, so Z change. When using level 1 super moves, we can press the assist button to use the assist level 1, which will cost 1 bar from the key gauge. So basically what it says here is, let me just get the CPU on the other side. I'm a little bit more comfortable with. Come on, follow up. There we go. Okay, so basically we're gonna do a combo, right? We're gonna do it first with boost super as I enter. Sorry, boost super as I enter. Oops, fucked up. Oops, fucked up again. Oops, I used the Vanish. I'm a little bit, I need to familiarize with the controls still. So that's the follow-up with Kid Buu, right? However, if we wanted to use a different route and want to combo into an assist super, we could do that too. Oh shit, I didn't, oh yeah, still combos. So you see, Fat Buu came in, it did his super, and we comboed through him. We still used just 1 bar, as we would have used with Kid Buu, but we selected a DHC super to combo into it. This might be useful because a DHC super might do more hits, more damage, might lead into a mix-up. There's plenty of reasons. The only requirement to do this is to do it within the time window for the cancel and to have the assist available or in a waiting state. So basically it's saying that if I do, right, I wait for the cooldown, I call Fat Buu as an assist as soon as he's available, and then I do the combo and he hasn't recovered yet. Of course I'm not gonna be able to get the super from Fat Buu when I DHC into him. So I was mashing, but see, now he's recovered, and that's fine. But if you do it before he has recovered, you're not gonna get the super. That's pretty much what the game is saying to you. So let's wait for the cooldown. Let's do actually a shorter one. So Oops. Bam, bam, oops. So this is like the normal conversion with blue, right? Oops. Oh, come on. See, I'm trying to DSC into him. There we go. And now it does it because it's available. Hopefully this is understandable. When they're not available as an assist, you cannot do their DSC super either. Once the cancel window time is over, if you use Z change, our assist will have the regular recovery time from a regular character switch, because the tag-in super character will remain on screen. Unused assist will receive a penalty of 3 seconds, and the switch character will receive a total of 8 seconds cooldown. So these are the cooldowns from the assist after the DSC. Tag-in supers can also be the level 3s by calling them with 4 assist 1 and 4 assist 2. Meaning, if I do a combo, oops, fucked up, one sec. So if I do a combo and I tag, instead of doing forward and the quarter circle forward for the level 1, I also need bars, and I do back instead, so half circle back, I will get the level 3. So that means let's wait for Boo's recovery, and then I'll show you. So there you go. Oops. Android 21. So that's the level 1 of Android 21, right? So that's the 3-second cooldown we were talking before for Boo. And we'll wait for Android 21 and we're gonna do the level 3. Okay? Oops. So that's the level 3. If you do half circle back or quarter circle back, whatever the command is, you get the level 3. If you do half circle forward, you get the level 1. Of course, you're gonna need 3 bars, so you're gonna need 1 bar, and so on. Vanish into a tag character can extend combos. Yeah, we can talk about that later. So ultimate Z change is very similar to the previous mechanic, but with an important difference. The mechanic allows us to use Z change without having to use our current character's super, which is what I was doing. So basically it's telling you that you can do, that into that, right? So use one super into another, or you can use the ultimate Z change and don't use the first super and just use the second. So there we go. I didn't use the super with Kid Boo, I'm only using it with Fat Boo. So that's your ultimate one. Wake up. If we hold the ZA1 or ZA2 during wake up, we'll break out of a combo just as we did it with LMH. However, if we break out a combo with these buttons and keep holding them, we will automatically change to the assist character, no matter the direction we're holding. So basically it says that you can recover with assist 1 or assist 2, but if you hold that, you will automatically change. So if I was to set my CPU to hit me and then I recover with a button, right, after the super animation is done. So yeah, that's my forward recovery animation. If I do the same, with an assist when I'm getting comboed, and I hold it, see, the assist will, oh shit, where am I? I thought it was my assist. There we go. See? After the wake up has happened, then you're gonna get a switch in. Healing. Character can also recover health as long as they're not on screen, but only blue health, as we explained in the health bar section. So even an assist, if it gets hit, right? I'm gonna try and get an assist on screen and get it hit. No. 1 sec. No, I didn't want to change. Why am I getting changed? I'm going back. Or maybe because I'm holding it? Oh, but it shouldn't matter. Please hit her. Well, whatever. But basically, yes, if they get hit, right, when they come in and they get damaged, they can still recover blue damage while you're using your character, and they're just back in on the bench pretty much. But if you switch them in, then they're not going to be able to recover. Guard cancel. Guard cancel is a defensive. And you found a way to counter super dash, or you force a block. Of course you're not force a block, you just do 2H. You just do down and heavy, and it's invincible to super dashes. Anyway, guard cancel is a defensive tool to use against pressure by using a character switch. During block stun, pressing will make the assist change as if we performed a regular switch. However, this mechanic has some differences when compared to a regular change. So you'll need a bar to do this. Extra time stop is created before the assist entered the ring as the now on point character in order to help the opponent react. So basically you're using the bar, but you're also giving extra time stop to somebody to just react and down heavy you, 2H you, and combo you to that pretty much. If the opponent is hit by the entering super dash, it will be launched at a great speed, making it impossible to confirm the super dash into a combo. So you're basically using one bar to just free yourself. It's not that you hit them and then you combo into it. It doesn't happen. The assist recovery effects are the same as a regular character switch, with the usual 3 seconds of penalty to every assist and the 8 to the switch character. So you will have the portrait, as you see it now, well not now, as they both have recovered, as the assist available. Then you will see both of them recovering right now with a cooldown, and there is also the recovery time finish, but you're unable to use it due to different reasons. So if the opponent, for example, was to attack right now, it's gonna recover, see? But I couldn't use it because I was being comboed, pretty much. So if you're in, the opponent is in hit stun, or the opponent is in block stun, or was still in the air when recovering when the time finished. However, even in this stage, we can use it for Z change purposes. So if you want to combo into an assist by using the DHC, super, and so on, that is possible. Every assist will remain blocked from use for a period of time due to a penalty. This stage does not stop the recovery process, but it does prevent from using the assist anyway. Killing an on-point character will enable the assist before returning to neutral. However, if they were in a penalty state, it would I didn't see this penalty state though in the game right now, so I'm not sure if this is still in. Oh, that's what it's talking about. That's the penalty state. So for example, if I wanted to switch into A21 after switching into Fat Boo. So at the moment I'm Fat Boo, I'm going to switch to another character. I cannot switch right away into the third character. So second character in, there's a penalty. for both Fat Boo, which has been switched out, and Android 21, which would be still available, but she's in a penalty. So that's what the guide is saying. If the opponent hits and assists, the damage taken will be 200 of the normal damage it would take, and it won't be affected by combo reduction or scaling. So you get double damage and no scaling. Don't get hit while assisting, please. All damage cost of the assist will be dealt as a recoverable blue health. If we press an assist button during the Dragon Rush sequence, which should be our throw if I remember right, we will force a switch to the opponent's select assist character. If he only has one assist remaining, the button won't matter, and if he has none, the regular Dragon Rush sequence will apply. Forcing a switch like this will cause an assist penalty of 8 seconds to our opponent's assist. So basically, your switch out, I don't know, it's called, I was called actually Marvel, but yeah, the mechanic which would force the opponent, the assist of the opponent, so another character of the opponent to come in, is performed by doing a throw and then pressing the assist button. So I was pressing assist 1 and I go hit. If I was to do it again right now and press assist 2, I should get Nappa. There we go. So you can force character ins for any reason. Maybe you just landed a combo that took 90% of their health and they have 90% of blue health remaining. Maybe you just want to, force them in so you can kill them in 2 touches. So that could be an idea. Other than that, we're starting with the defensive options. This is going to be a little bit harder to prove because I'm working with the CPU. I don't have somebody to assist me and show things. Anyway, we have a deflect mechanic, which is universally as your back and special. So if you do back and special, you're gonna have a deflect animation. Universal anti-pressure tool that pushes back, so that's also your pushback, but you need to time it. It's not like Marvel where you're blocking, I think, and you can do it. Yes, not during block stun. So let's see. Hopefully, gonna be able to react to something. Nope. See, I wasn't affected by that. See, there we go. That was my pushback. So I pushed him almost at the end of the screen, and I was able to get away from the attack, and I was able to block the Saibai-man in the air and so on. So it has to be done. It has to be done in neutral state, not during block stun, as a unique animation that will prevent you from doing any other action. So once you're there, once you're done back, you cannot do other stuff. So you can only do that. Absorbs and reflects all kinds of hits and projectiles, even supers, but not Dragon Rush or common grabs. So you basically can be thrown during that. Receives no chip damage or hit stop. So if you're forced into a hit stop, you can deflect it. Effective from frame 0. But when its invincibility ends, it has a short window of time which it can be punished, so it has recovery. This recovery state is also counter-hit state. Now I don't know what the counter-hit mechanics are in the game yet, so... Deflect doesn't deal any hit, but pushes the opponent away when the game realizes that Deflect has absorbed an hit. If you manage to deflect a hit, the rest of the animation frames, including the recovery period, will gain Deflect property until the entire animation ends. So basically, if you land a Deflect, you'll still be in a Deflect state even through during recovery. If you deflect a hit, you can cancel into any other move, working like a clash system. Can be used to cancel normals, can be done while on the ground. So if I was to hit one, then I can probably hit... So yes, I cancelled and I got punished, which was quite funny. Because I extended my limb and the Nap had recovered already and I was out of range. Universal anti-air. This is what you were asking, Elfen Elfen Lead. Is it Elfen Lead? Yes, Elfen Lead. So this is what you were asking. If my opponent was to dash at me, oops, too late because I was with a Cyberman. Hopefully we'll do it now. Come on. Just dash at me. Oh, yeah. I got hit by the Cyberman. Basically, you use that. 2H is your anti-dash, and it is completely invincible to airborne moves. So if they're in the air, you're completely invincible. You just do it. Invulnerable to airborne hits that are not projectile based, so you might lose to projectiles that are airborne. Requires a few frames to gain this invincibility, but once it kicks in, it will stay until the move hits. So that is a startup, but once the startup is kicked in, you're going to be invincible. Every other move not affected by this invincibility can hit this move's hurt box just like normal. So if it's not an airborne move, but it's a grounded move, you're still gonna hit the invincibility frames. They're only invincible to airborne moves. Usually they have a high recovery time, of course. If an airborne move tries to hit you while you're in invincible frames, a blue bubble will appear with a message anti-air or on screen in order to tell you successfully involved through the opponent's move. So let's see if I can do it through the controller, the second controller I have. Let's see, I don't even know what the heavy is. Oh, okay, I have it on a button, so... Oops. It's kind of hard. So hard doing this stuff by yourself. Okay. There we go. I'll try to show you again. Too late. So yeah, anti-air smash. You've seen it on the screen. So it will tell you you've gone with invincibility through their button. Guard cancel. Using block stun to change a character. So I can show you this with the CPU. This should be pretty easy. Oh shit. Okay. So there it is. I changed the character during block stun. So you do forward and assist 1 or forward and assist 2 during block stun. But people can react, of course. Clash. The clash system, this I would not be able to show it to you, but the clash system in our system works games is not a defensive mechanic by itself, but rather provides your adversary with an equal footing of sorts. During the match, if two characters swing at the same time and the hitbox of their move interact with each other, where it will lead into a trade in another game, the clash mechanic will appear. Both hits will be nullified, so basically you go through each other, and neither opponent will receive damage. If the clash happens, the player will be allowed to cancel into any other action, even jump. If you don't cancel the animation, the move will have the regular animation and won't cancel by itself. So that means if you have a long recovery button, the animation will play all through and your opponent might cancel their move and actually punish you. In the GIF, Boo does not cancel his 2M and gets it due to the move's recovery because Vegeta did cancel the second clash. So see this move. It has quite a bit of the animation, right? 2M. So if it was to trade there, and then I don't cancel until the end, my opponent could punish me. So if you see a clash, you need to react in some ways to stay safe or to gain the advantage. For example, a move such as go on 2-1 for M, so quarter sickle back or half sickle back, I don't know what it is, quarter sickle back, cannot be cancelled into standing light conventionally, but with a clash, Gon will be able to do so. So the move usually is not cancelable, but on a trade it becomes cancelable. So that's very important and is a pretty specific mechanic. Clashes causes time stop of several frames to give the players reaction time. The cancel window starts from the clash to noticeable frames after the actual time stop. So it will give you time to react. Just like in Guilty Gear, in the Dragon Ball, the clash system ignores hard boxes. If those two hits are on the same attack level, so we will see those hits going through the opponent's body and still clash, just like it happens in the shown GIF. So yeah, you will go through each other's body, but it will not cause damage. So you'll have to be ready to cancel. Now, Dragon Rush, Universal Throw. It works differently in this game. When using it, a green bubble will appear. See, you see it there. And the character, in order to indicate it's being used, the character will move forward and on contact with the opponent will do a barrage of hits and launch them into the air, following them with a super dash, similarly to how the dust follow-ups works in Guilty Gear. So if you played the Guilty Gear and you landed the dust, you know what we're talking about. After this sequence, we can perform regular combos in the air. So see, you can follow up after the dash. The dash is automatic. Your opponent can dodge Dragon Rush in several ways. Press any normal button or Dragon Rush, even if the last option won't catch the opponent on time. So you can tech a throw, pretty much, or press a button before you're thrown, because there is space between you and the thrower usually. This way, the two opponents will exchange blow and return to neutral state. Neither will receive damage in this way. So basically, what it's saying is you can throw, you can tech throws on reaction with just a button. You don't need to actually do the throw. That's what it says from the guide. Moving to a different aid to avoid it, such as jumping. Instant movement techniques such as super dash or 6M, which places them in an airborne state. So let's see, 6M is forward. Yeah, this is my forward medium. So 6M is forward medium. I'm airborne. So if they were to throw, I'm jumping and they cannot get me. Being in block stand, Dragon Rush can hit if you're being forced to block something else, preventing an unblockable situation. You know about this if you played any other game, right, and you tried to tick throw and you were too early on the tick throw because they were still in block stun. So that's what it's talking about. If Dragon Rush hits you, there's nothing you can do. You can't tech out of it due to attack window time like in other games. So you should react by the time it's on startup. So you have to tech when it's on startup, not when the character is on you. As a rule of thumb, you cannot kill your opponent by Dragon Rush alone. The follow-up hit after the launcher will kill, much like it happens with Super Dash. So basically, this will not kill, but this might kill, as far as I understood. There are two other ways to use Dragon Rush as a combo ending tool to cause Art Knockdown. This version can kill the opponent without an extra rate. So if you set them in Art Knockdown after a combo with the Dragon Rush, it can kill. And to force a character switch, as we've seen before pretty much. Pressing the ZA or Z2 button during the sequence will force the current enemy character out and will, with the chosen assist in, much like we explained in the previous section. Remember, they will cause a penalty on our opponent's assist, as you notice if you look at the cell slot in the GIF above. So yeah, we've seen that before, the forcing people in and so on. Super Dash. So this is the Super Dash, as you see it usually. This mechanic is overused because it's a very easy way for beginners to get in without passing through, you know, footsies, pretty much. Super Dash allows all characters to launch themselves toward the opponent and hit them while in the air, but it does not hit overhead. The Super Dash tracks Where are we? Sorry, I got lost. Super dash tracks the opponent no matter where they are or where they move to, making it very reliable in chasing down the opponent. So you can chase in the air, you can chase, you know, at the other side of the screen. This move can be used to cancel normal moves as if it were a special move on its own, and even moves with smash properties. Launchers such as 5H, 2H, or jumping 2H. So all the launchers, the wall bounce, the send in the air, the ground smash, you can follow with the Dragon Rush. Have their own follow-up by pressing H again without having to press Super Dash 2 buttons combination, like if it were another auto combo. So basically, it's saying to you, if you do forward and Super Dash, you can do the same thing without actually going to do heavy plus special. You can do heavy, heavy. There we go. Very good anti-zoning tool, as it absorbs projectile taking no damage and not being slowed by hitstop. This is without the beams though, it will mention later. Allows you to ignore almost entirely the opponent's location as it has very accurate tracking. Good active frames, can chase down different types of tech without stopping until it hits the opponent, making it good for airborne meaties. Not so much grounded, as Super Dash cancels itself when you reach the ground. Even if an assist gets in the way, you can still hit it without hitstop. Assists also won't stop you from reaching the other character. So if your opponent was to assist and to call an assist and you go in Super Dash, I think you go through it. You just hit it and go through it. Even despite all these excellent advantages, the move is still remarkably fast. So yes. Okay. Boom, boom. Look how fast it goes out. Disadvantages. Mediocre hitbox can be traded with or beaten with any other moves. With other moves. Remarkably 2H, which is your universal anti-air, as we were saying before. Powerful projectiles such as Kamehameha, Destructor Disc, or Super can go through the projectile invincibility and nick you out of the Super Dash. So basically, if you have a big beam, oh sorry, I have to wait the cooldown. So if you have a big beam like this one, for example, a Kamehameha, you cannot super dash through it, but you can super dash through these, because these are like, don't really have a lot of projectile durability, if you know what I mean. Because it's an airborne hit, anti-airs will be effective against it, gaining invincibility. Cannot kill the opponent on his own, although it's not a strong disadvantage due to any regular normal killing on follow-up. Basically it's saying that even the opponent is at 0, you cannot do that and kill. You need to press a button to kill, which is not really a big deal, as the guide says itself. I play footsie and then I face people who spam super dash. You shouldn't play footsies in this game. It's not the game to play footsies, man. It is a game. It's a Marvel pretty much. It's like saying, "Oh, I play footsies in Marvel." Somebody will say, "Why?" You have so many options, and it's such a fast game that footsies don't really have the big of a role in this game, as it would be as a ground game, more ground game based like Street Fighter. Sparking Blast. Say hello to the new X Factor. Sparking Blast works in a similar way, empowering your character, giving you new tools and strength for a limited time. Main properties. Executed with light, medium, and heavy, so you can do it with just 3 buttons. No. 1, 2, 3. No, it doesn't do it. You have to do it with the S as well. So in the guide it's written that you just do it with light, medium, and heavy. Actually, you have to use 4 buttons. That's when it activated with me. Can only be done once whenever you choose to. And then there's a usage icon. Now, at the moment, I have the maximum Sparking Blast because I am in training mode, so it will give you the best option pretty much. But if I use the Sparking Blast, there will be a different icon. Basically, now you see there is a kind of a flash, right? But there will be an empty spot there. Can be used while grounded, airborne, or at neutral. Can't be used on block stun nor head stun. It looks like a burst, but it's not. So a burst is a mechanic which will repel the opponent in Arc System Works games, mainly Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, and so on. Kind of like a V reverse on Street Fighter, but kind of better. So there will be different levels of the spark. So this is active, but it's only the first level. There's a second level, there's a third level. Let's see if I have display setting. No, I think it's in the training settings. Delay. Sparking Blast recovery. Sparking Blast level. So we're at level 3. I'll show you level 1. We're just gonna restart very quickly. Hope you're liking this, guys, because I think it will be really useful once I put it on YouTube for easy reference. You know, people will be like asking stuff about the system. They can just point them there. We're not too far. We're just gonna talk about smashes, and I think after we'll be done. So this is level 1 icon. Hopefully it will show me all of them. Doesn't really change it. You cannot see the different icons, so you will have to look on the guide. But basically there's 3 different icons that will show you which level of Sparking Blast you have at the moment, right? So they're different. You're just gonna see them on the guide. I will link the guide. Can be used while grounded, airborne, and neutral. When activated, a red aura will cover the character and give him invincibility from his startup until it hits, like the burst. As a few recovery frames after hitting the opponent, not punishable or block, can be used to cancel normals and specials or block on hit. So basically you can activate Sparking Blast after using your normals, your stuff. Sparking Blast has different states according to the remaining amount of characters in your team. Pretty much like Marvel, level 1, level 2, level 3 X Factor. The fewer they are, the stronger Sparking Blast becomes in different areas that include damage, duration, and health recovery once it's active. This can be seen on the icon itself. Once activated, you will gradually recover all blue health remaining. So if you have 70% of blue health to recover and you're the last character, it's probably a good shout to pop Sparking Blast and try and recover all the blue health while staying defensive if you can. The character will deal more damage, so your combos will do more damage. All normals can be cancelled into jump, even on block. So any normal can be cancelled into jump. Air moves can be cancelled by air dash, so you can jump and then air dash. And the Vanish attack will not hit the opponent, only the teleport will happen. I have tried this before, and I don't think this is true in the release of the game. Because see? And I cannot choose this. It still hits. So this must have changed. Sparking Blast activation can be used as a combo extender, much like it happens in Blaze Blue with Continuum Shift and Persona 4 Arena's Burst. So you can do like a combo, activate Sparking Blast, and probably follow with a Super Dash or some other move that you can combo into it. The hit deals no damage, so it's just a combo extender. As a combo starter, it does not work, so you cannot start as a Sparking Blast, but pushes the opponent away. Using it in a combo will cause the opponent to be launched in the air. First time the opponent touches the ground, it will bounce, allowing for a combo even after he has reached the ground. The second time, it will be able to attack. So, if we were to do a combo now, and I extend into Sparking Blast, we probably can see this effect they're talking about. Oh shit, fucked up. Oh shit. Mesh too hard. Sorry, my scrub. Just wait for him to come back. One. He recovered instantly. But okay, at least he got sent up and back. Sorry, up into the air for a combo. So I could have comboed if I knew how to. Smash. Hold on tight. We're about to take you for a ride. The system is by far the most complex and mysterious in the entire game. So we'll start from the beginning. The Smash system, as I decided to call it, while it doesn't have an official name for it. So basically they called the Smash system because it says Smash on the screen in the game itself. So it's probably a good shout. What is it? What are we? Is an added effect some moves gain. They can be easily identified when we see the same hit with a camera animation but a different effect. So there's a camera animation and there's a smash. For example, every hit starting from a heavy normal can have the smash property that is identified with that animation. The moves it's done and the message on screen that says smash, or the English and Japanese version and golpe in Spanish one. However, not every hit with the smash properties make those words show up in the screen. Oh shit, let's see. So these, if you use it in the air of a launcher, see? Smash, maximum power, chase, whatever. But if you do it just like that, it's a normal. So a normal, the same normal can have a normal effect, pretty much, your normal hit, and your smash hit, depending on the situation that led to it. See, that's a smash again. Boom, same normal. For example, take a look at the camera effect on Gohan in the following example. So yeah, as I showed you with Kibu, in order to give you an idea what causes the smash effects, moves such as Gohan 236M with it can cause the opponent to wall bounce. I don't think Buu has anything like that. However, without it, the opponent will not wall bounce and will have less hits done. Similar to a case counter hit effects add in our sister works games. First, let's name every non-hit category with smash property. In order to do this, we have to be mindful that each character is different and may have some variation, so we'll only take the common traits among them. Launcher smash, so this is the one I was using. Moves that will have the smash property by default. All of them have this property at the start, but we'll use it if we use them more than once in the same combo. So this is 2H, this is 5H, no sorry, this is 5H, yes, and there's jumping 2H, which is this one. There we go. They'll all have smash properties. The Dragon Rush as a starter. I didn't see the smash thing though, so this might have changed from the guide. The Vanish. It might be in combos though, so the Vanish may be in combos. Let's see. Yes, I think he just said smash, or? No, super move. Didn't say smash, so some things might have changed. But as the guy is saying, this is a very complicated mechanic, so things might have changed, developers might have made different choices. Character-specific moves. While in this category, we can divide them into further subtypes. Simple launchers. They simply deactivate the smash property from the rest of the launchers. They include 5H and character-specific moves. So I think if you were to use the same button that goes into smash into another combo, that might not work as a smash. I don't know how to link two of these, but basically the idea is if you do two of these, it will not smash again. Oh, so there's different categories. Sorry, just forget what I said. So while in this category, we can divide them into further subtypes. So there's a simple launcher. They simply deactivate the smash properties from the rest of the launchers. They include 5H and character-specific moves. Vertical launcher. These launchers activate the smash property on some finishing smash moves, jumping 5H. So probably this is what it means when... No, this is 2H. What is 5H? Yeah, still that one. So, see, it says if you finish a combo with it, it will have the smash property. But if you start with it, it might not have it. As well as having the same utility as simple launchers, they are 2H and jumping 2H. Okay, so it's talking about this ones. So this is simple launcher, right? And it also has its effect as finisher of a combo. So it will still launch I. Just that it will not have a smash properties. Oops, sorry. Oops, that was down, up. Come on. This down, into up. There we go. See? Launch it up. Vanish. Vanish is also a tool affected by the smash system, but is not affected by the deactivation of set properties by other launchers. Vanish does deactivate the property from the rest of the moves, as well as itself. Vanish needs to be activated in order to have the smash property. In order to do this, we have to use it as a combo filler. As a starter, it would not have the smash effect. So, oh shit. Oops. That doesn't work. I don't know how to do the combo because... There we go. And that goes into wallbounce, so that's probably what it means with the smash effect. Certain other factors can also deactivate Vanish smash effect, but they remain unknown until the actual game release. So we'll have to find those out. So, auto combos. It goes back on the auto combos to talk about properties of the launcher. On the third hit, 5L, so neutral L, will give an exclusive launcher, very similar to vertical launcher. There we go. See the kick, the launch. I can show you again. That's exclusive. That means it can only be started as an auto combo. It deactivates the rest of the launchers but Vanish. So I think it's a nerf version of a launcher because it will give you less combo possibility. That's what I'm understanding. The auto combo smash effect never deactivates. It will grant a smash effect no matter the amount of times we use it or use other smash type of attacks. I'm not sure what that means. Okay, so basically, even if you launched with an auto combo, you can still smash with another auto combo while following it. Yo, Fazil, what are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I am doing a system guide. I'm almost finished, and then maybe we're gonna look into doing something more fun. It's just good to have this on YouTube for easy reference for people wanting to learn the game. Nerdy activates. It provides activation of the finisher move, smash property. In particular, the last move of the other combo, jumping 5H, would receive a different smash property than what it would have. Sorry guys, this is complicated sentence. In particular, the last move of the other combo, jumping 5H, will receive a different smash property than what it would have when it's done on its own. So basically, if you do, right, is saying, I'll go back to, yeah, there we are. If you do 5H, which is this one, it will have a different property than this 5H. There we go. There we go. It will have a different property. That's what it's saying. The auto combo one is different. This move in particular is a move that requires a smash property to be activated previously during a combo. To be precise, I'm referring to jumping 5H, which is what we're talking about here. It doesn't have a smash properties if you're outside of combos. And to the particular jumping 5H that finishes the auto combo. Oh, they're both different then. So if I was to do my normal non-auto combo, oh, I fucked up the 5H. There we go. That's my 5H non-auto combo. It will have different properties than this 5H. That's what it's saying. It's important to note that this mechanic does not work exactly from the same for every character. Let's get into it. There are two types of smash finishers that we can get from vertical launchers. When jumping 5H obtains smash properties from a 2H, so that would be this one, as I was using in the combo, or jumping 2H, oops, there we go. This will cause hard knockdown to the opponent. Smash will appear on screen. When the auto combo smash property is activated, jumping 5H still has the same regular smash finish property, but if we follow the combo while in the air, the move will now have a new type of smash that are called dynamic finisher. So let's try and see if we get this this signal, this this sentence or whatever, this alert on the screen. See, dynamic, it says there. But if we were to do this with a non-auto combo, oops, fucked up. See, it's not dynamic. You don't get that advice, you don't get that alert on the screen. This particular kind of smash has the added property of being able to get a Dragon Ball, but specific details of the system remain unknown. So basically you can only get a Dragon Ball if you get this dynamic thing. Now, yeah, see? You see the animation, although it's in training mode so it doesn't stay. As you can see, the entire smash system can be summarized in that during our combos we must know what kind of smash state we're in, which would give us more versatility in our combo paths. As you were saying, as I was showing before, this not being a smash outside of combos, but being a smash in combos, we need to know this stuff. As an extra detail, another property of attacks with smash property is that they are hit grabs move. They reposition the opponent as if it were a grab or throw in the exact position where it's hitting. So basically, this will always be the same, the 5H, whether I use it on a juggled opponent or whatever. So it's gonna always bring it to where I want it, or to where the moves brings it. Here we can see Boo being repositioned downwards after receiving a hit with the smash property. That's on the guide. That means that letting an attack with the smash property can be a huge success in order to confirm combos. There are several characters whom the regular rules do not apply to their launchers and finishes. Some example will be A16, Piccolo, and Cell, blah blah blah. These are not our characters, so we're not going to look into it. And there are many bizarre variations of this particular smash effect, so we'll have to figure out how each character works and interacts with the systems. And that was it for the guide. So once again, thanks a lot to Thunder, and you can find him on Twitter on @TCThunderPC altogether. and the translation is by Red. This will be put with the credits in the video that I will publish. I will restart the stream and we'll be doing something a little bit less informative, but hopefully more fun.